This video won't be long. I'm gonna promise to not make it long. For example, at the point of recording this, it is Suki's birthday and I'm extremely late and I need to get going as it is. But one of the things I wanted to kind of make this video for is because I looked, you know, like when you click on your own name in a Twitch chat, it'll show you how long you've been following for. I happened to click on it when I was in Digistream and it said roughly April 13th, 2020 was when I first followed his stream. That's only 2 years ago, and it feels like it's been longer is the thing, and that's part of why I'm making this video. It's not quite friendship part 4, but what it is acknowledging that it feels longer because when you get together with people and you make memories, those memories last, and it just feels like a blast the whole time. On top of that, when you interact with people like nearly every day for long hours at a time too, you have a lot of time to make memories and stuff that last as well. But not only that, the thing about the pandemic, I don't talk about it too often because it obviously wasn't a great time for just about everybody. But at the same time, the one thing for me that was nice about 2020 was I either got to meet a lot of new people that I now know regularly to this day, or the people I already knew, I got to know better. So there is a world where I do say that year wasn't great, but it wasn't the worst because it either solidified good relationships I had with certain people or brought me new ones with people I had never met otherwise. And for that, I appreciate it. Like, for example, I was 26 when I met y'all. Some of y'all are 26 now. And apparently Kakashi was 26 at the beginning of Naruto. Which means for all of you that are at 26 right now, you can form lightning in the palm of your hand and use it to stab people. We just can't see it. Mainly because you probably don't have a camera on you. But that also means, right, not 2 years, do the math, 28, that's where Kakashi apparently was at the beginning of Shippuden. Which means I can use my left eye to create black holes and take people's limbs off. And that's what you 26ers get to look forward to in the future, as it were.
Mangekyo Sharingan.
But all jokes aside, it just kind of solidifies what I've been saying the last year about making videos with people, how fun it is, how memorable it is. Like, you can do the thing where you click on your name and go through your messages even. So like, even though I followed the stream in April, I didn't really start talking. Like the first messages, I looked for like the first messages to like Graphic and Lucy and people. And some of those were like even in May. So for some of them, it's not quite even 2 years yet, which is kind of wild to think about. This time 2 years ago, I could say password safely. Think about it that way. But on a bit more of a serious note, it's interesting too, just because time goes by, but as long as you make the most of it, it will go by anyways, no matter what. That's just how time works, but it doesn't mean it's wasted, even if you aren't doing everything at 100% the whole time, right? So when I think about memories of the past, it's like TTT or Church of Graphic or Placo or any of the things. I could go on a whole list if I wanted to. I'm going to try and keep it short, but like all of those are at or within the last 2 years. And that's hilarious to think about. And in both a funny way, because some of those moments were funny, but just it's like, hey, man, it's only been like about 730 days. What is that? That's 365 times 2. It's wild. And it's cool, though. It's been fun. It's been great, even with some of the, like I said, the older people that I already knew and got to know better. It's like with Steam in them. And it's been a blast. And hopefully that gets to continue here for, obviously at minimum another 2 years. So that way, like I said, y'all can get to 28 as well. But and for everybody, just to be able to have some good times and moments. And why I always stress that there's a saying, and it's on the lines of live every day like it's your last. It doesn't actually mean, obviously tell your boss to kiss off, spend all your money so you're flat broke and stuff like that. Or at least in my opinion, that's not what it means. What it actually means is just when you lay down at night, can you look back at that day, if it was disconnected from any responsibilities and stuff that you had, and say, hey, it was a good day though, by itself. Like one of the memories I have, and Dan, how long is this video already? It's already kind of long, sorry, let's wrap this up. But just like, I remember there was a Saturday, it was a bad movie night in Steam's Discord server. We watched Steel, as in like the dude from the Superman universe, the dude that has like the suit of armor and stuff that's made of steel, has a hammer, played by Shaquille O'Neal. And we watched as a squad. I had DPN up in the background, as a matter of fact, and I was eating a bread bowl. We have this local place called Duke Seafood. I don't really like clam chowder, but they make clam chowder so good I eat it out of a bread bowl. And honestly, that was one of the greatest days in the last year, in my opinion, just because by itself, in that moment, it was just fine. It was great. There was no, especially if you disconnect the worries and stuff of how many papers I have due and whatnot. And I guess that's what I'm trying to get, is a lot of us have responsibilities that aren't going to go away and are going to always be there. And ironically, speaking of Graphic and Lucy again, when they were playing, I want to say it was back in October, Pog Citizen, Star Citizen, it was one of them that said, when I was talking about the concept of how do they go to sleep, how do they, you know, especially they go to sleep really fast, they fall asleep, I think Lucy like half a minute even, and Graphic even like in as little as 3, and I'm sitting here not going to sleep for probably like 37 minutes at least. And one of them said to the effect of accepting that like a responsibility or something is just going to be there tomorrow. Like you've done what you can today essentially, and you just got to kind of let that go and kind of go to sleep and sit with that. And so it's kind of all connected, just to say like, hey, that is like a thing, you know, when it comes to, some days are going to be low days, some days you can't help it, and so that's okay. It happens to all of us. But when you put your best foot forward, not necessarily of trying to always be like the nicest to everybody, that's not necessarily what it means, but like putting in a day what you feel like you'll get back out of it, saying, hey, I'm okay with that. I'm okay with me. I'm okay with how things went. I'm okay with how I feel with other people and stuff. There you go. So just to reiterate, Kakashi, good memories, Seafood Bowl, and VR in 2025, which that's going to happen, of course. That's not a pity thing, by the way. Just on a side note, in case people are like, why, man, are you that broke? It's more like by 2025, I ought to have VR. Like with graduating this year and everything, by that at the latest, I should have VR. But it can happen earlier. It's fine. So that's what that actually means. It's not like, man, I really wish, you know, I could just somehow get it. No, I'm saying it's probably going to happen at the latest by then. So that's not what that's about at all. In case someone was like, is that like a pity thing? No. I just figured if by 2025 I don't, something's gone horribly wrong. I should not still be in college doing classes at that point. But anyways, yes, I guess one thing to note, I have Mark's background up on purpose because In Space with Markiplier. Speaking of, as recording this, it's 1 week before part 2 comes out. I would recommend watching it, and I don't care if that makes me sound like a fanboy. I don't care. I thought it was great as a YouTube project, and also as a creator. Like it's just fun. I'm gonna watch part 2 for sure. I think you should too. And if you haven't, go watch part 1. I went and found the quote, actually. It was Lucy. Just accept everything has time and can be done when you wake up. And it seems so simple when you think about it. Like, it's a concept we've probably all heard before, but I don't know. It just, for some reason at that point, I guess because of how much I've been working on stuff behind the scenes, it just kind of clicked. But again, I'm not going to apologize for... See, the thing about this, before I end, is that it's exciting because I know what that's like to work on projects, and then also just be really excited to see when they come out, like when people's reactions to them and stuff. I've actually worked on 2 projects at least with some other people that you haven't probably seen yet because they're not done yet. When they come out, you'll know though. You'll know when they come out. And I'm excited to see how people react when those come out. So I kind of know that feeling too. So I guess that's part of the relation to like one of Mark's streams or something. He was just genuinely excited to see how people were going to react when it came out. So I kind of relate to that a little bit too, because I have some stuff I'm working on, both personal and with other people. Collaborations, finally. I guess we technically have been doing that already for a while, but I'm excited for that too, so I understand the feeling. But also with that quote, it's just kind of like, it's kind of why I'm trying to go to bed earlier too. I'm not going to ramble too long. It's just like, it's a simple concept, but it makes sense, and it's like, whatever way you've heard it before, or if you just heard it for the first time there, apply it. Apply it and then work on making, like I said, great memories. Because what I'm kind of concluding on is this is really a thank you. It's a long-winded thank you. I don't know. I would have found something to do, I guess, with this channel with how busy stuff has been. But I do not regret that this is what I've gotten to do instead while I'm working towards graduation. And so, thanks. All of you. Every last one of you. Between those two, between all of y'all watching and all this stuff like that. I guess as a way to give back, quick advice is if you've ever wanted to do anything like make a video or a stream or something and you never thought you could because you never thought you were entertaining enough, I definitely think a lot of us that already do probably didn't think we were entertaining enough. But you'd be surprised what you can bring to the table that no one else can, which if nothing else is yourself. So even if it's just for a one-time event, like it's someone's birthday, like I said, I need to get going kind of late, or it's your own and you just maybe like you're in VR chat with everybody and everybody's recording and you're like, I'll record too, why not? And maybe throw it up just for the memory of it. Then there you go. Just keep that in mind, that the uniqueness, the thing you bring to the table, the niche if nothing else, is yourself, and that is probably all that you actually need. So with that being said, I'm getting out of here. I'm running 3 hours, 4 hours late. Sorry, but that's all for this video. I don't know which video will be next. We'll just have to wait and see. So until this time, take care and enjoy pizza responsibly. Thank you for watching. Bye-bye. I'm only doing that again because I'm promoting that, but that ends after the second part comes out, because I'm not getting in trouble for continuing using someone else's outro, I swear. But yeah, thank you.